Hello, and welcome to another edition of GH Dirty Deeds. I'm your host, James Lott Jr. And this edition is the follow up to the Frizz fan question I brought up a week ago. And this one was very different than the liaison episode that I did and the response that I got. I didn't get as many responses for Frizz. So I don't know. And that doesn't mean I don't know what true, because we'll never know the true fandom numbers. This is just one show. So we have no idea who saw the show, who got the show, who received it, and decided to actually respond. But I want to thank everybody who responded because it was very important to me that I heard what you had to say. I'm going to respond to two things first because I want to make sure that it's very clear. And this may not change people's minds. I don't know. It's very clear because there are a couple people on here who attacked me. It was really funny. This one, people. It was funny. Liaison fans who get a bad rap for being loud and mean. I've seen them do sometimes. In this exercise, weren't. Sorry, folks, they just weren't at all. Frizz fans, for the most part, were very nice on Twitter, on my Facebook page here, were very nice for the most part, and just explained to me which I want to know why you love Frizz. But on this one exercise for the Frizz people, there were many who were actually nasty to me. Also, it brought out people who hate Frizz to comment on the Frizz page under the video. So it's a very different. It's very different than the other one. I don't know what that means, or just want to give you some observations of what happened while doing these videos, doing the exercise. So it's much more combative, going back and forth. People talk about why they don't like Frizz, people who like Frizz. Well, the other one, not many Frizz people went on to Liaison. So I guess on some level, that means you guys are great. And just I don't feel the need to do that. I don't know. It was a little confusing, but very eye opening to me. But I'm looking up to the camera because I have the computer up, reading the comment. There was 43 comments on the YouTube page. So I took my glasses off. Well, I got the glare on the glasses. I'm really sorry about that. But I want to address. See, on this one, I had one person say to me, "It would have been helpful if you had said why you have an issue with them, so we can address your specific concerns." Then someone actually answered back before I had to. It wasn't about. I don't care about what I think. It doesn't matter what I think. It's about. I want to know what you think. I'm giving you the forum and the opportunity to express your feelings about this couple you love so much. Not about me at all. My feelings don't matter. I want to know what you felt. Now another person attacked me, and they go by GH fan. This person attacked me. I don't know if it's a he or she, but this person said to me, because they wrote this is all out there for everybody to see. From what I found today, you have always hated Frizz and aren't much of a Liz fan, so I'm not sure if you're trying to get buzz for your show, glean info to mock Frizz fans, or maybe you're just trying to fan the flames of fan wars. Don't know, but I'll save my Frizz love for someone who actually likes them or genuinely interested in them as a couple. Not going to waste my time on someone who misrepresents themselves. So I'm going to answer that. Someone else answered that too for me. I was like, I actually answered back just now on Twitter, on YouTube. I'm not trying to misrepresent myself. If you watch the video, what I said was, I have a hard time getting behind the couple. I don't know why, but I'm having a hard time. I like both actors. I love both characters. I have said that. I think Roger Howarth is great. He's a legend, daytime legend. Becky Hurst is a daytime legend. They're great. I love the character of Franco. I love the character of Liz. I said I loved Liz. I loved Franco and Nina together. I'm saying I'm having a hard time, which means I'm open to have my mind changed. If you guys listen to my companion podcast, GH Mini Spotlight audio podcast, Lucretia Lyon, who is my former co-host from GH Report, is a fan of Frizz. She explains to me her love of Frizz and why it works on that podcast. You go to Spreaker.com, iTunes. If you listen to me, I'm saying, okay, I see what you're saying. I totally see what you're saying. So I mean, everything you're saying sounds actually right. Okay, I got it. I am trying to see what's going on because maybe my mind can't be changed. And I don't hate the couple. I don't hate. I'm on TV. These are all actors. They have jobs. I don't hate. The only storyline that I hate, that I will say that I hate openly, is Manlanders. That's the only thing that I openly hate. And this person continued to attack me and say that he has made it clear in the past he doesn't like Frizz, doesn't care what anyone, and doesn't care what anyone says because nothing will change his mind. Not to mention he has mocked, slammed Frizz. Okay, here we go again. I've never mocked Frizz fans. You watch any of my GH reports I was on, or any of my thing, I've never ever mocked them. I have never slammed them. I don't attack the fan. I don't attack the fans. Anybody who knows me knows I don't attack fans. It's just not. I don't do that. Again, I work in TV. I know a lot of these actors. I watch General Hospital. I work with General Hospital and stuff. I don't feel I need to hate anything except for Manlanders. Other than that, I have no need to hate anything. I just don't. And I really genuinely did want to know what your responses are. So people out there did give me their responses, and I want to tell you, they gave some great responses. Thank you so much. Okay, these are some of the responses. I'm going to read some of them to you. And that is, I could write a book on why I love Franco Elizabeth. When Liz turned her life upside down by keeping the Jason Drew lie, she was a total town pariah. That was true. Franco never judged her. He encouraged her to hold her head high and face the haters. When Liz was in the hospital, just after one date, Franco slept by her side in a chair to comfort her. Liz needed blood, so he was going to bust Hayden out of PCPD to get it. For years, Liz has pretended to be someone she is not in order to get the man who loves her. With Franco, she is herself, loves her imperfect flaws. And they also bring up Liz and Robin's conversation recently. I have to admit, I think I admit this on my podcast. I loved Liz and Robin's conversation. And Liz, it was a great comment. When she explained why she loves Franco, it totally makes sense to me. I completely see it. I see it. To quote Liz, all my life I've been waiting for someone to see me just as I am with all my flaws and the things I do wrong and things I do right. Not the angel needs to be saved. I get it. That's why I get it. Another person says, why I love Frizz. First of all, I'm a lover of good girl, bad boy pairings. That's a classic soap thing. I liken Franco and Liz to a movie, The Angel and the Bad Man. I don't know that movie. There's no denying Franco was a killer, but I choose to believe the writers of this soap. Franco had reason for his terrible actions. He had a tumor. Okay, some says he's waiting to get out of it, but it might be. But we aren't writing the show, so we'll go along with the medical excuse. Elizabeth is the sweetheart of the show, but she still has flaws. At first, one might say Franco and Liz are like polar opposites, but they find themselves attracted to each other. Both are quirky in their own ways. Both love art, which is a major thing. Franco is the first to admit he's not a good man, but for Elizabeth to say he does want to change. And I do see that in Franco. He does want to kind of change. We heard. You guys are making good points. You guys are totally making good points. Let's see. And another one is that they play well. Becky and Roger play well off each other. Another person says, Roger and Becky have great chemistry that is so rare to see on soaps nowadays. I love that they got a slow build, which was a slow build. I give them points on that one. They weren't given the instant couple treatment of so many others. We had to see them fall in love. I really enjoy Beauty and the Beast type romances. There you go. Liz was town pariah, which she was at one point. When Franco offered his friendship, he was able to look past her poor choices and see who she really is once depression obsession has been washed away. How about you? Remember, Elizabeth was a bad girl back in the day. Liz came on, she was a bad girl. She was the bad girl's sister. People are bringing up that they're both are artists, which is a good thing. I hope they are getting Liz back into her art again. I know she's a nurse, and that's great. But she was all the art was a really big part of her, and I hope that she really gets back to that again. I want the art, and I want her to do this whole art thing. Someone else says, there are so many reasons I love Franco and Elizabeth. Frizz is a romantic couple. It was attraction at first sight for Franco and Liz. I totally squeal about that. Okay, I'm old-fashioned. But I love when a guy is bowled over by how beautiful a woman is. Franco was loud in his admiration of Liz's beauty when he first laid eyes on her. Okay, yes, I do. Also, I was waiting for somebody to bring up Jake, that he wanted to help Jake using art therapy, because him and Jake have a total relationship. And I love that Jake and Franco are close. I love that Jake he's a little damaged himself. He was the cast irons for a while. I hope they go more into that again at some point. But I like that they bonded. I have no problem with that whatsoever. I think that's great. He does love her kids. Again, classic soap couple, good bad boy, good girl. But that's just the top layer. The slow bill. People did the slow bill. They like that. That's a big one. Someone also brought up looking at them as individuals first, and say focus on something happened to him as a child, things going on with him, things went on with her together. So there's that. I mean, there was like 43 comments. It was just amazing. So you guys did comment. Hottest couple on daytime. Um, Some person wrote, where to start? As a longtime Liz Becky fan, I've been frustrated through the years by this fabulous character not finding luck and love. Then Franco came along. Franco adores Elizabeth just as she is. He doesn't expect her to be perfect or to twist herself to fit his life. He respects her as a mother and a nurse, but sees her as a beautiful and desirable woman. He has even re-energized her artistic side. Elizabeth has found Franco, someone who challenges her, doesn't let her run away from her feelings, and makes her feel secure and cherished. And even this one person was like, if someone had told me 4 or 5 years ago that Frizz would be involved, I would have said they were insane. I couldn't even be able to rationalize it. But now he's a big fan. I see it. I see it. I do see what you guys are saying, and it all. And I will give the writers credit. They have done a slow build with them because I think they knew that fans in general are going to have to warm up to this couple. They're going to do this, and I will give them points and say that they have done this couple correctly in terms of slow build, a little bit outside heat, connecting them to the kids. I mean, it totally it works on some level. I'm softening a little bit now because I read your comments, and I'm sorry. And often I didn't know if it was Frizz with Cheesies or Frizz because I'm not a fan of the couple, so I don't know. I mean, I've totally open admit I'm not a fan of the couple, so I don't know. I didn't know what the proper use. I've seen it. I've seen it used. I've seen several uses of it, and I wasn't sure what the proper use is. But I was explained to you that it's Friz, Frizz. So that's the proper uses of the names together. I didn't know. So this is a very interesting exercise. We're not done talking about this. We're going to talk about this more. Because as we go along, there's February sweeps and May sweeps, and who knows what's going to happen. But we're going to talk. I'm going to continue to give you guys a place to talk about this. Go ahead and comment again as last time. Comment on this video. Tell me what you think. And tell me if I got it correct. If I got this correct, and if I'm on the road to maybe liking Frizz. Hey, who knows, right? I mean, anything's possible. So I have no problem with that. If I'm trying to get them on the show. So to keep it on, whether it's my audio podcast or video, I'm trying to sit down with Becky Hurst and Roger Howard. Roger doesn't do a lot of interviews, but I'm trying to get Becky on the show too, and I want to talk about them and ask them how they feel about it, and give you guys more for you to see and hear from their own words. So I'm working on that. Hopefully, early 2018, that will happen. You can follow us on GH Mini Spotlights on Facebook. This is where the GH30Ds is under that umbrella of that. We're on YouTube, of course, and just type in GH30Ds. It'll pop up. This is the second season. And I look forward to doing some more Frizz related stuff coming up. We're not done by no means necessary. Hope you guys had a great Christmas. You can follow me at James Lott Jr. everywhere else, and I'll talk to you next time.